Everyone is surprised to see Lord Tengen, and Yuki asks why they have closed off the tombs of the Star Corridor.
I was afraid that you might be in league with Kenjaku. Since I cannot see inside the human heart, I had to be cautious.
Wait, who exactly is this Kenjaku?
He is the sorcerer who was once Noritoshi Keimo, and currently he has taken over Geto's body.
Yuki doesn't quite understand everything yet, while Itadori leaves the important discussion aside to ask Lord Tengen why they look the way they do, which also surprises Fushiguro.
Even though I am immortal, my age continues to advance. Because of this, in 500 years, you will also look like this. 12 years ago, I failed to merge with the star plasma vessel, which caused my aging to accelerate and my awareness as an individual to vanish. As a result, I have become one with the world itself.
Fushiguro then asks Lord Tengen about Kenjaku's objectives and how to open the prison realm. Lord Tengen agrees to tell them, but on one condition.
I want 2 out of Yuki, Yuta, or Choso to stay here and act as my guards.
Why would someone immortal need guards?
Until you tell us exactly what is going on here, we cannot give you an answer.
If that's the case, then I must tell you about Kenjaku. Kenjaku wants to force the evolution of all the people in Japan.
We've heard about that, but what is his ultimate goal? And why didn't Kenjaku use your barrier to perform idol transfiguration on everyone back then?
That was because he didn't have enough cursed energy at the time. Cursed energy that has been refined through constant cycles cannot return to a sorcerer, and he couldn't force evolution on everyone with a simple curse technique. This is why he came up with the idea of merging me with all of humankind to achieve their evolution.
But you can't merge with anyone other than a star plasma vessel, right?
That used to be the case, but I have been evolving on my own for the last 12 years. Now, merging with someone else is not impossible for me.
But you are a single person. How can you merge with multiple people at once?
I am not what you see before you. My soul has evolved and exists everywhere. That is why I told you I have become one with the world. Any human who merges with me will become something greater than a sorcerer. They will be a new being that both exists and does not exist. I have barrier techniques that allow me to maintain this form through self-control. However, if humankind evolves and even one person loses control, the world will end because there will be no boundaries between people. The evil inside one person will rapidly spread to others. Everyone will become evil, and the entire world will face the same fate as Tokyo right now.
Then why is Kenjaku doing all of this?
I don't know the answer to that myself, as I cannot read the human heart.
We should just refuse to let you merge.
At this point, I have evolved into something more like a cursed spirit. This means I can be controlled via cursed spirit manipulation. Since Kenjaku has control over Geto's body, he possesses that technique. This is why I am currently rejecting everyone.
Yuta finally understands why Lord Tengen needs bodyguards.
But why is all of this happening now? Kenjaku stopped you from merging with the star plasma vessel and forced you to evolve. He could have controlled you with cursed spirit manipulation a long time ago. Plus, he's involved with Sukuna and is a sorcerer who has lived for 1,000 years. Why wait until now?
The star plasma vessel, the 6 eyes, and I are all linked by fate. In the past, Kenjaku lost to the 6 eyes sorcerer twice. Because of that, the 3rd time, he killed the star plasma vessel and the 6 eyes user just 1 month after they were born. However, on the day of the merging, a new 6 eyes user and star plasma vessel appeared anyway. So, Kenjaku decided that instead of killing the 6 eyes user, he would seal them. That is why he started looking for the prison realm. This was necessary because 2 6 eyes users cannot exist at the same time. But 12 years ago, something unexpected happened. Toji Zenin interfered. Because of his heavenly restriction, he possessed an incredibly powerful physical body and was the only person completely divorced from cursed energy. As a human, he had escaped his fate, and through that power of restriction, he freed us from our fates as well. After that, a boy appeared who possessed the cursed spirit manipulation technique. All the pieces began to fall into place. Even though the prison realm wasn't in Kenjaku's hands yet, he obtained it 6 years later.
If everything is ready, then why is this culling game happening?
It is to prepare the bodies before the merging. While it's not impossible for me to merge with someone other than the star plasma vessel now, the merge would be incomplete. Through the culling game, he will use the cursed energy of the players to send the people of this country to the other side, and that is how he will begin the merging. However, to perform this ritual, Kenjaku had to make a binding vow, which means he cannot be the master of the game. But this won't work in your favor. It means, even if you kill him, the culling game will not end. The game will continue until all players are dead. For that, people will either have to kill each other, or if they refuse to participate, they will die anyway. The long-lasting addition to the rules was made so that no one could interrupt the ritual.
Everyone realizes they must participate in the culling game, so they can add a rule that allows people who don't want to participate to leave. Fushiguro then asks about freeing Gojo.
Gojo is the only one who can handle this alone.
Itadori is about to ask Lord Tengen something, but Lord Tengen asks them to first decide who will stay behind as guards. Yuki and Choso agree to stay.
I'm doing this because I know Itadori will need Yuta's help, and if Kenjaku shows up there, I can take revenge for my brothers.
Yuki decides to stay because she still has much to discuss with Lord Tengen. Lord Tengen accepts their decision and hands them the back of the prison realm so they can free Gojo. No one knew about this, and Itadori asks if it's like a back door.
You're exactly right. Before Kenjaku found the prison realm, it was outside my barrier. I sealed this back gate to hide the existence of the front gate, but it didn't help. Gojo is trapped inside this back gate. However, we cannot open it because the authority to open it lies with Kenjaku, since he has the front gate. To break it open, we either need the inverted spear of heaven, which can nullify any cursed technique, or the black rope, which can cancel the effects of any cursed technique. But 12 years ago, Gojo either sealed or destroyed the inverted spear of heaven, and last year, Gojo also got rid of the black rope.
Hearing this, Fushiguro and Itadori get very angry. Yuta tells them that he went to Africa with Miguel to find the black rope, but found nothing. Yuki asks Lord Tengen if there is any other way.
There is a player in the culling game who is 1,000 years old. She calls herself Angel. She has a cursed technique that allows her to cancel the cursed techniques of others.
We see that the player's name is Hana. Fushiguro asks Lord Tengen if they know her location.
She is currently in a colony on the east side of Tokyo. The game's barrier is rejecting me, so I don't have much more information. I will tell you everything I know. Currently, there are 10 colonies around Japan, all connected by barriers, forming a line that allows Japan's humans to pass to the other side.
Itadori thinks about this. Yuki asks if Hokkaido was excluded because of the Jujutsu Society barrier. Lord Tengen confirms this. Choso asks how long the ritual will take.
It depends on the game, but I think 2 months should be enough.
Yuta and Maki discuss that the player's cursed energy was activated on the 31st, and it is now November 9th. According to the first rule, Fushiguro realizes that Sumiki only has 10 days and 15 hours left to declare her participation. Fushiguro asks if those who refuse to participate will be killed. Lord Tengen says yes. Shoko had already explained the cursed technique removal rule to Maki.
The cursed technique removal rule only applies to the sorcerers who join, right? I think the removal isn't achieved through idle transfiguration. This means something could happen to your brain and you could die. If that wasn't the case, everyone would just refuse to participate.
Maki doesn't understand why this would affect her since she has no cursed technique. Itadori thinks about the third rule and asks what will happen to the civilians who are already inside the barrier. Lord Tengen says they will likely be given a chance to exit because there are no entry or exit rules for the colonies. From the start, players will be given objectives to leave the barrier. They think this was done to stimulate the game and keep players where they are. Fushiguro and Itadori discuss the fourth and fifth points. Fushiguro asks about the game master.
Every player will be given a shikigami named Kogane. You can think of it as an interface rather than a game master. You can think of the game master as a program of the Culling Game.
Itadori doesn't quite get it. According to the 6th and 7th rules, they realize they can add rules but not remove them. They also have to decide what kind of rule to add. Master Tengen tells them these rules are very important because players must follow them, and even Kenjaku cannot interfere with these rules. Reading the 8th rule, Itadori realizes he will have to kill people again, but Fushiguro tells him he has some ideas.
Now that we have the information, we must play our part. Yuki and Choso, you guys protect Lord Tengen here. I'm going back to the Zenin clan to collect cursed tools. Since Gojo is sealed, the Kamo and Zenin clans have cleaned out the Jujutsu High cursed warehouse. But now that I am the leader of the Zenin clan, I won't have any trouble retrieving the cursed tools.
Itadori is very surprised to hear that Fushiguro has become the leader of the Zenin clan. Maki asks Lord Tengen about the Juzo Kumiya workshop and decides she will find Panda and move forward. She asks Yuta what he will do. Yuta says he will go straight to a colony to gather information and will avoid nearby colonies so they don't end up killing each other. They will try to stay in contact, but then they realize phones won't work inside the barriers. Itadori and Yuta think about Fushiguro, as he will now have to stay with Itadori because Itadori could turn into Sukuna at any time. Fushiguro tells Itadori not to worry and says if he dies by Itadori's hand, Yuta can kill Itadori without hesitation. Maki tells Itadori and Fushiguro to go to Hakari, who is a suspended third-year student. They want him to help them. Itadori asks if he is strong. Yuta says that while Hakari is a bit moody, once he gets worked up, he is even stronger than Yuta. Everyone prepares to leave. Itadori thanks Choso, and Choso tells him not to die. We then see a person performing stand-up comedy, but everyone is depressed by his jokes. His partner tells him he should quit this job because his jokes aren't funny anymore. Given the state of Tokyo, he needs to find something else. Another person explains that there are two types of comics in high demand, those who are genuinely funny and those who people think are funny. He has to choose what kind of comic he wants to be. We then learn that this person is also a player in the Culling Game, and his name is Fumihiko Takaba. And with that, this episode ends. The link for the next episode is appearing on your screen. You can click it to watch the next part.